Let's tie the Hard Hat Caddis. We're going to start with the Firehole 419 dry fly hook in a size 14 or a 16 and some Veevus 8/0 tan thread. First thing, just get your thread started on the shank of the hook. Take it about 2/3 of the way back. Then we're going to take 2 olive CDC feathers and match them up so that the tips are even. And we're going to loosely capture those feathers, the loose wrap of thread, and then just pull them all the way till you get close to the tips, and then you can bite down with your thread. Then take your thread about 2/3 of the way forward. Now you're going to take that CDC and clip it into your hackle pliers and just twist it into a little CDC rope. Once you have a little bit of a rope going, you can just wrap it around the shank of the hook, each wrap right in front of the other. Don't worry if it gets a little shaggy. We'll trim all that down. Beauty of building this body out of CDC is it'll float really high in the water. Then you can capture the butt ends of the CDC. Clip away the butts. Then you can trim all the shag out of the body. And then that'll be what you're left with there once you have all the long fibers trimmed away. Now we're ready to build the thorax. For that we're just going to use some natural hare's mask. And we're going to leave the guard hairs in there. Guard hairs will act kind of as little scraggly little legs. Use some wax on your fingers if that helps. For this, we're not really looking for a clean, smooth dubbing ball. We're looking for a shag on the thorax, so I dub it fairly quickly and leave all the fibers nice and shaggy. And you can just hang your thread at the eye of the hook, and you can brush out a few of those guard hairs. I like the guard hairs to really stand out. Makes it look a lot buggier. Now we're ready to tie in the antenna. For that, we're just going to use 2 fibers from a mallard flank. You want to tie these in facing forward. You want to make sure that they kind of splay away from each other. This pair's fighting me a little bit, but just kind of pull them to each side. Use your thread to kind of lock them down to each side. If they fight you a little bit, usually I just kind of start over. Sometimes it's better just to give in and unwrap it and then just start over. You can just trim out the butt ends of those mallard flanks. And we're ready for the wing. For this, we're going to use 3 pieces of CDC in olive brown color. And you want to even up all the tips on those CDC feathers. Then you're just going to lock them down with a few tight wraps. And pull them all up and trim, kind of like an elk-hair caddis. You're going to leave a little bit of a head there. Do a quick whip finish. Now we're just going to take some black UV fly finish. Just start off the little small amount of it, hit it with your light real quick, and then you can kind of slowly build up a little bit more. Don't add it all at once because it'll just make a mess. So just a little bit at a time. Building up a little head on the caddis. That looks about right there. That's essentially a finished fly. Just let it cure for a little bit, and that is a little hard hat caddis.